Good evening. My name is Ren Wadsworth, and today I am joined in the studio by Taddei and Weston Schroeder, who are here to talk about their campaign for the 2022 presidential and vice presidential election for the Associated Students of Colorado State University. Now, tell me a little bit about yourselves and your campaign.
So, my name is obviously Taddei. I am a second year here at Colorado State University. I am studying interior architecture and design with a minor in ideation, and from the moment I have gotten here, I have been passionate about CSU. And so finding any avenue I can to just be involved has been super important to me. I've always been raised to have the goal of giving back to my community in any way possible. So that really is why I'm running. Yeah.
And my name's Weston Schroeder, as you mentioned, and I'm also a second year here at CSU. I'm studying political science, and I have a minor in legal studies. And ever since I came up here to CSU, I've been in love with it. I was actually looking towards going out of state, and then when I came up, when my brother was a freshman, I was fully engaged. I was welcomed in with open arms, and I'm currently the housing manager of Sigma Nu, and really being involved in that community has shown me how I can serve myself in a bigger organization. And I've just loved every part of being here at CSU through the past 2 years. I'm ready to serve the larger student body community.
Okay, now tell me a little bit more about your campaign. What would a platform with Taddei and Schroeder look like in 2022 here at CSU?
So our main overarching platform is our Forever Campus. And what we're really focusing on is our sub-platforms of 1, Forever Strong, Forever Proud, and Forever Unified. So Forever Strong is really focusing on the resilience of the CSU community and how we can continue to build CSU's resilience through sustainability and smarter spending habits. For example, the second and third floor of the library does not need to be lit over breaks. This would save us hundreds of thousands of dollars each year, and with that money we would be saving from increased smart energy habits. We could allocate those funds to furthering sustainability at CSU, as well as allotting a certain percentage actually back to the students. Students could see this improvement every day through credits in Uber and Lyft, possibly through Ramcash. And continuing that relationship with Uber and Lyft by the current administration, we would help to get the students around in a more effectively and safe environment. And allocating these funds potentially back to Ramcash would act as an incentive for increased presence on campus. Increased presence on campus would help campus culture and continue to unify students after this hard year we've all gone through together. Achieving these goals would only be beneficial. 2 more goals the Taddei Schroeder campaign will advocate for is actually installing more water bottle filling stations on campus. This would help reduce the amount of waste even further, and installing more water bottle stations would be an incentive to use reusable water bottles instead of the disposable plastic ones. We would increase the number of trash cans around campus for the increased amount of PPE due to COVID-19. We would work with the city of Fort Collins, as well as the current administration, to discover the tangibility of installing solar on top of campus buildings. And Colorado is known for its beautiful and consistent sunshine, which could help CSU generate electricity not only for our campus, but for the city of Fort Collins.
So our second sub-platform is Forever Proud. Now, being a CSU RAM is a blessing. CSU is rich in opportunity, diversity, and social interaction, but not under lockdown. We will continue to work on COVID-19 recovery and opening back up safely and quickly so students can begin getting their well-deserved college experience again. With vaccinations rolling out and all the measures that are in place, we are doing more damage to mental health than we are good to physical health by being shut down. Not only is the campus charging us full in-person rates at a time when we are barely in person at all, we are also losing out on many of the things that actually make life worth living. COVID might get you, but you might also die in a car accident tomorrow. Life is not permanent. In college, it's supposed to be when you are supposed to make some of the best memories of your life. It's when you learn to be a successful adult. It's when you make some of the opportunities and some of the friendships that last a lifetime. We are all being deprived of that. We aim to create a unified space with all individuals coming into fall 2021. We believe that if students have the opportunity to learn from one another, we can build with one another. It has been a year since we have been sent home because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have all been affected in one way or another. Student retention is on the decline, and so is school spirit. This year has taken its toll, and it's time we take this opportunity back and link horns so we can build our forever campus.
And finally, our last platform is Forever Unified. We can all agree that it's not only the infrastructure that makes the campus, it's also the students. And that being said, COVID has taken its toll on Ram Pride and student retention more than ever before. This fall, it's our time to come back stronger, prouder, and more unified than we've ever been. The Taddei Schroeder campaign will focus on student retention rates and campus culture. This month marks the 1-year anniversary since we were sent home because of COVID. While we have all learned more about ourselves, we have lost key aspects of our community. Bringing back Ram Pride to CSU will make a world of difference. It's time for football games, tailgates, and untapped social potential. And students go to college for a degree, but it's also for the college experience. Together, we will spark Ram Pride, we will unify our community, and create our forever campus.
Okay, so I'm running for president, and I have always had a passion for giving back to my community, as previously stated. This trait was instilled in me at a very young age, and I have had a passion for CSU, and it's blatantly obvious to me how many extraordinary qualities this campus has. Though we would love to host as many big events as we possibly can, we also understand the value of being truthful and realizing that optimism in itself is fantastic, but lying to students about what you can achieve is cruel. Transparency is very important to us as candidates, and we know that promising things that may not happen are the traits of politicians, and we certainly are not politicians. We are students, just like you, and we are so tired of the lockdown and will actively pursue every avenue we can to return to normal. With your help, we can achieve any goal. Although I may not be as eloquently spoken as some of the other candidates, that means I can't hide my true intentions behind fancy lingo. That is why what I say is genuinely from the heart. I am in this race for the students and the benefit of the CSU community.
I feel that there's been a lack of genuine cultural representation on campus. Honestly, before I came to CSU, I heard about the organization APAC and was originally interested. However, after hearing my auntie's story of Lilo and Stitch hula dances and plastic leis, I was unfortunately turned away. However, I'm taking a stand now, not only for my Hawaiian community, but for all communities that make CSU so powerful. I aim to work with every cultural center to ensure that all communities feel that they are being genuinely represented. From traditional practices to objective history, it is crucial that the truth stands strong. I'm not criticizing any of the current practices by any of the centers. I simply aim to make these environments holistic and open. In following this initiative, I also aim to welcome students outside of these centers an opportunity to learn more about each other and each other's cultures. I believe that if all people can stand in each other's shoes, then we can all walk forward together.
Alrighty, so you talked about it a little bit, but what sets you guys apart from other candidates in your opinion?
We have a passion, a deep, unrivaling passion for CSU that I have not seen in many other individuals here. I love my community with all of my heart. I genuinely do. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but CSU, we have the opportunity to grow here. And how amazing is that? We all worked so hard to come to CSU, and I want to make sure that that is evident in everything that we do. Making sure that the students know that this is their home for 4, 5, maybe even 10 years, and making sure that they're comfortable and being equally represented and adequately represented is huge.
Definitely following along with that. What sets us apart is our creativity. Honestly, we love being creative. We love being outside of the box, and it's even more so than being outside of the box. It's the ability to work with other students to find those solutions for those outlandish, crazy ideas. Because we're students. We're in college right now. We're thinking of how we're going to go about the rest of our lives. And when we can apply that mindset towards the executive office of ASCSU, our untapped potential is completely untapped. It's able for us to honestly work with each other and not have any, and yes, there will be some clashing heads, there always is, but through us and what we stand for in our campaign is this forever campus, is to be forever unified, to be strong, and to be proud of who we are and what we're going to achieve with one another.
Yeah, one thing that Weston and I always say before we go and film a video or we do something is we always remind ourselves that you can follow a script, but at the end of the day, it's best if it comes from the heart. And so we'll do multiple takes and we'll try to be scripted, but it never works because when we speak from our heart, it means so much more and it has so much more of an impact than when we're scripted. And I think that's what really sets us apart, is the fact that it's from our heart.
We like people to see us for who we really are, not for what we can write.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I have, but is there anything else you guys want to say to your voters or to any students at CSU?
Thank you. Thank you so much for following us along on this incredible journey, and I hope you continue to do so. Please, I'm like mismatched. Yeah. Please feel free to reach out to us at any point. Just DM us, email us at taddeischroeder@gmail.com. We will get back to you as soon as possible. We love to hear from you, the students, because at the end of the day, we are working for you. This is what we're passionate about. We want to. So please let us know how we're doing. Give us feedback. Do you have anything to say?
I mean, further adding on to that, give us that opportunity to serve you. Obviously, we can say what we want to do for you, and we want to say that we want to work with you, but we need you as well. And through that, we can be strong, and we need you, and I really hope that you see us. Mahalo nui loa, CSU. We're really grateful for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have, but thank you so much for coming in and talking a little bit. Make sure to tune in to CTV as we continue to cover the ASCSU elections.